All of this talk about Enchanted by Nature has got me thinking a lot about Plant Sims lately. If you're not familiar, Plant Sims are an occult type that's in the base game, and calling them an occult type is probably too strong of a word because they're not really similar to like werewolves or vampires or anything. It's more like a temporary state for your sim. You can eat this forbidden plant sim fruit and then become a plant sim for 20 days. You can't really do anything new or special. You just sort of turn green and get a different haircut. You do get a hydration need instead of bladder, so you have to like water your sim by swimming or showering. And they don't eat food. They have to just stand outside in the sun so they can photosynthesize to fill their hunger need. Really cool in concept, probably not the most actually interesting in terms of gameplay. And I actually made a whole video about this yesterday where I tried to become a plant sim. And now in this video, I want to try and build a house for a plant sim. Right now in this save, we kind of just have sim and a whole bunch of plants. But I'd like to try to imagine what the house of a plant sim might actually look like. Like, is it all greenhouse? Is a lot of it outdoors? I feel like there's some potential for this to be really cool, and this right now is not cool. So I'm just gonna start by deleting this stuff, and I'm also gonna cheat for money because this isn't supposed to be a challenge, it's supposed to be fun. This thing is like the big fancy tree that you get when you become a plant sim, so I think that we need to keep that. I also definitely do not need as many of these plants as I have. Like, there's no way. Maybe like one of each of them. Okay, see, that's better. We have some more space, and we still have quite a variety of plants that we can put in our greenhouse. So the sim's gonna need easy access to water, maybe a pool, maybe a pond, obviously a shower, and we also need a lot of outdoor space. So it's gonna be probably a really small interior. Annoyingly, I'm pretty sure that even with a glass roof, the game's gonna count this as being inside because it's still technically covered. So I don't think that she's gonna be able to photosynthesize from within the greenhouse part, but we can at least pretend and sort of make it look like she can. Okay, so for the actual house, I think it should be quite long, and I think that maybe the front door could be right here. And then I'd like to have a relatively large greenhouse space. Like, in my mind, all of this is gonna be greenhouse with like fancy roof piece and stuff. I guess probably this should have been wider now that I think about it. I think there could be a world where we have some kind of glass part in the middle of this roof, but we'll have to figure that out in a second. I think that this part is gonna be just like a very large roof piece. And then this would all just be open greenhouse. And won't that be so neat? Maybe it should get raised up on a foundation. I'm thinking we just put these greenhouse windows everywhere. And you know what? Maybe it shouldn't be on a foundation. If we're like lower to the ground, we can be more one with nature, which is maybe better. I think I probably made it a little bit too big. I would have loved for it to be big, but I think with the scale of the house, it needs to be a little bit littler. Obsessed with the trellises. That's so perfect. We can put more of those inside too, I think. You know, I'm not really sure where I want the front door to go. Haven't really thought that part through yet. I was kind of considering using this roof. This is from the werewolves pack. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I have used this roof a lot recently. I have another video that I'm gonna post soon that also uses this roof, but it's good. It's like so good. I mean, you know it's good. I don't need to tell you twice. Now, what's this going to look like? Maybe my roof should be even taller. Okay, maybe the front door just goes here. We can just make it a little bit more simply. I don't know. I do like how it looks from this angle. It's kind of interesting. It's really not very big. The inside is very small. This could become a bedroom. We could have a nice bathroom by the entryway. Maybe the bedroom needs to be even smaller. Well, and also I think that like we can have a big arch. I feel like we want to have this be kind of like indoor outdoor living. So this could be the living room, and we could have maybe the kitchen. Oh, you know what's better? Wait a minute. Let's have this be a long, skinny bathroom. I think long and skinny is good for what we're trying to do. The kitchen can be very little because our sim doesn't even need a kitchen. So it could just go right here. Then we could have a dining table here. Again, don't really need a dining table, but it's nice to have, I guess. Or it could be a living room, and we could have like a little table tucked to the side somehow. The bathroom could be even smaller to make more space for it. And then this is like the proper living room. Can also have skill building and stuff inside of there. I think I need columns, so I'm gonna go through and get the, I'm not gonna put them out there though. I'm just gonna put them on the greenhouse part. Okay, put a couple trellises over there. What kind of windows do we wanna use? They need to be very big. I think very big and like probably quite fancy. fancy would be really cool. I must admit, I actually do really like that. These are businesses and hobbies. And you know what? I haven't really found myself in a position where I could use those across a whole house yet. These are very little, which I don't really like. Sorry, when I say I haven't used them across a whole house, I meant like haven't used them on a normal house. Obviously on a businesses and hobbies like fancy giant building, but I haven't really used them yet in this sort of way. I do very much like how that looks so far with it off to the side. I wish I had some sort of like mossy, almost like a mossy cobblestone kind of thing, but I think I'm gonna try this. Oh, is that the lightest it can be? Well, what if we did it in gray? I don't know. Maybe I'll try out a different window. The gray matches the roof. I'll be the first to admit I haven't really ever used this color on the outside of a house before. Maybe university is the way to go. Because university is pretty similar in like scale of these giant windows, but it might just fit a little bit better. Especially imagine if I had like a planter box underneath this. It should be this kind, right? Because it's very plant simmy. I like the pink. Yeah, I like how it's kind of drapey. We can have a little window right here. I feel like as many windows as we can fit is kind of the way to go. Okay, there's a pretty decent number of windows in this space now. I guess we could, if we really wanted to, we could open this up a little bit more, but I think I prefer it being smaller. Trying to figure out what kind of floor I want to put in here. We have a lot of options. I do like this one. This is the one that comes with the greenhouse kit, and it has like the cute little green bits growing in it. That probably is the best thing to do. And it has like a nice brick line that stops at the end. If you were a plant sim, would you have like this outdoor retrieve floor? Oh my god, I'm gonna be so annoying about this plant curtain. I'm gonna use this so often from now until when the fairy pack comes out. Like, listen, I tried to warn you, okay? I really don't mean to be annoying about it. I just can't help it. I literally have another build coming out this weekend where I use that thing a bunch too. So I'm just using it everywhere. It's just so nice though. Okay, there's one thing from cottage living I want still. It's this. I'm gonna put that up here. And now I want to scoot the whole thing over on the lot. I didn't really intend for it to be so far over. It just kind of like fit that way. Try and get this in a spot where it makes sense. And then I might really quick move all of the plants inside of the greenhouse for now. We'll have more plants outside, but this way they're just out of the way so I don't accidentally put anything on top of them because I want this to be closer up. Okay, yeah, something like that. Basically as close as it can get without clipping. And I think for this house, historically when I've done stuff like this, I've put like a million bajillion flowers. I think for this one, I'm gonna go more in like a greenery kind of theme, I guess. So it's gonna be less about the flowers and more about just like lots of green plants and subtle accents of flowers. I wanna put these windows, I like how they're open. I think it's a nice like accent to have those instead. Then we have a little side door right here. This will be where we have some sort of garden. There are fences that have greenery on them. I just don't know, like, I don't know about that one in particular. I guess we could do like a hedge fence. Can I put that so it goes slightly into the tree? I wonder if the tree still works like that. I guess the hedge fence probably makes the most sense. I mean, it is a plant sim house, so hedge fence is probably the right idea. I'm putting a lot of these little bushes down so we can kind of lay out where other landscaping will go. They can be in that corner. This part can have loads of planter boxes. I guess I can just fill in all around here. I don't know. We need to get an archway so they can access the backyard. Maybe I put it like right there. That kind of feels like a nice exit path, right? Oh, and it almost looks like it blends in with this fake path off the lot. Okay, I guess I'll probably hide the trash can way back there. I don't think my plant sim is excited about the idea of a trash can. All right, now we're gonna look at debug stuff. Show hidden objects. I'm gonna buy so many plants before I even put a single piece of furniture inside the building. The fun part is the outdoor space. Like, that's why we're here. The indoor space is mostly just there because it needs to exist. It kind of makes me think that maybe I should make it even smaller. I don't know, it gives us more room in the yard, which is probably a good thing. Because over here we could have like outdoor seating or something for her. She needs to sit outside to eat, literally. So we need to have space out there for it. Did I not put the right debug cheats on? bb.show live edit objects. Oh, we should put this stuff in here. So much of this will be so nice. Cottage living is like the perfect pack for this. I'm also gonna put so many of these plants up the walls, but I'm gonna do that after I put the rest of the landscaping in. Unless I should be getting started right now. I don't know. I guess I'm lost. I guess while I'm here, I know I said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. I want Enchanted by Nature to come with more stuff like this this so badly. Like, I can't even express to you how badly I want more stuff like this in that pack. It's like half the reason I want the pack. So if it doesn't end up having more stuff like this, I am gonna be devastated. I also don't want it to be in debug. Like, I wanna have more Ivy like this that's just in the game, normal. You need to use more than one debug cheat to access all of the good pieces of this Ivy, and I don't think that that's fair because most people playing The Sims 4 don't even know how that works. So like, how would you ever know to do this? Anyway, I won't complain too much. I'm also not gonna put too many of these flowers in, but I'll put some. I don't want it to be like super overdone, but I'd like to have some flowers. Just like some little hints of pink on the outside. It's so cute. Okay, so now for all of the bushes. Again, I'm thinking mostly, oh my gosh, this thing doesn't disappear when you get close up to it, which is kind of annoying. I guess it's not like really a tree, it's a weird item. But like I was telling you before, I'm thinking mostly greenery. So probably some stuff like that. Maybe some stuff that's a little bit more leafy like this. I used to use this plant in like basically every build I ever did. When the base game first came out, this was like my favorite piece of landscaping in The Sims 4. And then I kind of stopped using it as much. I don't really know why. I also like these hostas from cats and dogs. Plus these will bring in like some more shades of green. I feel like sometimes when it's all green, things can get lost a little bit, but this one stands out, which is good. You know, I talked about adding both a pond and a pool, and like, I don't know if that's gonna happen for us. Maybe a small pond could be over here. Okay, obviously, so much green everywhere. Now I'm gonna go in and add like a little bit of pink. I was thinking something pretty small, kind of like just these little bits of flowers, and we put those in a lot of the remaining open space. Maybe in a couple spots they could get sized up, specifically in the back, mostly because I've got a little bit more space in the back. But I really like that. I think that's really pretty and simple. Okay, this whole part in the backyard, I was sort of imagining, and maybe we even make it bigger than I was thinking, but I sort of imagined that there would be some kind of pathway and then like a bunch of pavement. Love this to break up all the green. That's perfect. But I guess we can have our outdoor hangout area back here. Let me see if I can put a pond. I might save first just in case before I start messing with terrain tools. We need to make this like really soft and really little. I can't even see what I just did. Oh my God. I guess it wasn't deep enough, so it like, let's see how this looks. Yikes, ugly. It looks ugly. How about now? Still ugly. It's so pointy. If she splashes in the water, does it fix her? No, it's not even making her water need go up. Oh, well, I guess it's not listed there, so I shouldn't have expected it to work. They list other things like swimming as getting your water need up, but they don't list ponds. Probably because ponds came out after Plant Sims and they never go back and like update the Plant Sims. They just don't bother with it. Well, let me tell you, I would have loved to have had a nice little pond. It probably won't work for us though. But maybe if I'm brave, I could get an actual pool. And I don't know, we could probably put stuff around the outside of it to cover it up. I'm kind of thinking like, what if the plants just came out a little bit further? You see what I mean by that? All right, it is an extremely bizarre shaped pool. Just trust me for a second. This is what we used to do back in the day before they gave us ponds in this game. We would essentially make fake ponds with landscaping like this. I think I might fill in all of this now. I feel like I might need another pink tree. Oh yeah, I need that pink tree. Okay, I also need to go through and put as many plants back here as we can fit. I'll be honest, I am not obsessed with, also she's stuck. Here, come here. Sorry, let me teleport you out of the way. I'm not obsessed with how the wall of it is looking. I feel like maybe if we got the same stone that's on the outside of the house and we put that in there, it might be okay. I'm not really sure if it's like successfully giving secret pond, but we can add a couple more things on it, like some lily pads. We could also put some ducks. Let me see if we can get ducks to show up. Oh yeah. See, like that really helps. When it's paused, now it looks more like a pond. Oh, look at her and her like plant sim-ness. Okay, I would love to have kind of a mixture of different planter boxes. I'm thinking like some that are square, some that are round, a few different wood colors, and then it'll all together hopefully make for a pretty interesting garden layout. Okay, this one's a lemon tree. This one's like a cherry tree. Or is that apple? Nope, it's cherry. Okay. I don't really care about the plantains. I do care about all of these other plants though. So I'm gonna put some of them outside. They don't all need to be outside, but some is good. Especially because we can kind of tuck them around in loads of the corners. That is so cool. It's like so greenhousey back here. I really like that part. Maybe just a couple more. Okay, I'm gonna look at the greenhouse haven stuff again because now I want to start getting a few things like these, like little pots and gardening equipment. I love these little ones. My little pack of gardening tools. It adds some nice color out here. which is helpful. It needs something to split it up. I want to put lights on the side of the building, but I don't really know if I like those. Maybe if they're sized down, it looks a little bit better. I think maybe it just needs to be white. I think the contrast is bad. If it's white, it looks like it blends in. This little stump is so cute. Maybe I'll put another one of those. It doesn't want to fit anywhere. It could be in the front, and then she has a place to sit. An outdoor place to sit for this sim is good because she's got to soak in the sun somehow. I almost considered putting a fire pit, but I can't tell if that's a silly idea. Obviously, she might get a lot of use out of it, but also I'm like wondering if it's not smart to put my plant sim next to an open flame. I don't think it actually matters in game, obviously, but if we're trying to be practical about this, it might be a bit foolish. I'm just gonna put a wall mailbox so it's kind of tucked out of the way. Is this a stool or a table? Oh, it's a surface. Okay, so you can't sit on that. You know, normally I'd put like a grill or something out here, but we obviously don't really need one of those. I'm gonna do a games table instead. This is from the Little Campers kit, and then you could sit outside and like play cards or something. I'm putting a couple more planters down too. At this rate, I won't even need to have any planter boxes inside the house. I've got enough all the way out here. I love that though. It's so funky and busy outside. I'm gonna put a pathway that goes into the tree. I want it to also go up to the front door and then probably be like a way out of the lot as well. Nope, too much. I made it too wide. I think for this path to be nice, it needs to be kind of windy and also kind of skinny, right? Yeah, let's make sure we get some dirt terrain paint everywhere too. Gosh, it needs terrain paint so bad over here. I think it's gonna make a big difference to have some layering. I think the last thing I'm kind of considering outside is if maybe I want to put like a couple extra planters down, literally just like this kind of thing as like a little bonus planter in the back. You'd have to walk around the outside of the house to get to it. I don't really love that, but I didn't really leave any space for more of them anywhere else. So this way, if you wanted to use like the cottage living plants, you'd have a space for it. Okay, moving inside, I'm gonna start with the kitchen because that's the part that I care the least about. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I don't really want to build a house that has no kitchen because I feel like that's a little bit impractical, especially because you're only a plant sim for 20 days. So she will become a human again at some point, and then she's gonna need a kitchen. She just doesn't really need one right now, but we're kind of like future-proofing a little bit by putting this in here. Let's put this thing over here. That takes up some nice space. I like that color. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it, but I do like it. Of course, nothing else comes in that color though. Should we do like a deeper wood? Maybe I could stick to this bluey green color. Okay, I have an idea. This is another kit, so I'm sorry. But the Decor to the Max kit has this floral sofa. I don't know. I'm not like 100% set on this. This is strange, but maybe I should start with the decor and then go from there. We can put a few of these things in here. Why does it look bad on the one wall that I want to use it on? This is what I don't understand. I guess this could go elsewhere. We could put it, no, I don't like it. I'm gonna put a slightly smaller archway. I'm a little sad because I did really like the giant archway, but I think that probably a slightly smaller one is just a bit better because I can fit more of this decor stuff next to it, like these plants. What else do we want to use? I would use this because I feel like this is maybe the only time that we could do it, but it's just so strange. I really struggle with them. I think that probably makes sense. Like, of course I struggle with this. It's a little bit weird, but I think it's partially because these look so modern and the house that I'm trying to decorate is very much not modern. Like, maybe this is too much. Maybe we need to get something a little bit more traditional looking if we're gonna put in all this extra stuff. We can do so many of these plants in here. I actually think that kind of helps. Maybe we get some sort of long, skinny rug. Oh, there's a leaf rug. I forgot about that. This is from For Rent, this leaf rug. What kind of plant artwork is there? Cow plant? If I put a dining table, is that too tight? I think this table needs sized down. Maybe I just need to be, or maybe I should just be braver. I don't know. I would love to have a dining table. Ooh, pretty hanging plant, that's good. Little plant on dining table, also good. This could probably get angled a little bit more too if we wanted to have some more visual interest in the space. I don't like this right now. It's throwing me off bad. I'm really struggling with this table. Like really struggling with the table. I'm honestly sat here wondering, like, what would happen if I put my own shelf across the top so it could still have some plants but not be like glass? Because I think the glass is what's really throwing it off to me. Hopefully with with enough extra decor, it'll be okay. I actually like that a lot better though. I think the glass is what was giving me issues. Now that it's not glass anymore, I feel like I prefer it. We also have this like amazing gallery wall thing, and I think we can put this together enough if we try. And I think that if we do this well enough, we can make it look like it's all one piece. Yeah, that's so cool. Okay, it's coming together better. There's a lamp from the Blooming Rooms kit that I literally never use. It's this thing. I feel like I need to use it somewhere. I don't know. Same as this. I'm struggling with this. It's just so big too. Maybe if I make it smaller, we can shove it in the corner somehow. Is adding a coat rack weird? Like, does my plant sim wear coats? I'm kind of thinking the answer is no. She probably wants the sun on her skin, so I actually think she probably wouldn't wear a coat, but I'm still gonna put a coat rack because I think I'm overthinking this. Okay, this thing, don't like it, but it plays music. I want it to play music, so I'm gonna use it anyway. I'm gonna put a little lamp right there too. I would honestly consider painting the entire house with just like a little stone sort of color. I think we need some kind of green tile in the kitchen. This is Riviera Retreat. I kind of like it. I feel like it's a little bit funky. I kind of like that it's a little bit funky. I'm gonna use this plant from Refined Living Room because it's huge. I also might put like a Parenthood, must have scrolled past it. No, I wanted to put this, the Parenthood fruit basket, because that's plants. And this sim is like basically a farmer, so they probably would have that. And we can get like a bread box. They can cook on this counter technically, though there isn't much need to, at least not right now. Gonna put some candles next to our speaker because I think that'll help us. And I feel like we're kind of lacking in terms of plants over here. So I might just raise up a couple. Sure would be nice if we had all those house plants that they're gonna be adding in the new expansion pack, right? Like that would be a nice touch. Okay, this thing, way too big. This is where we kind of have to ask ourselves, like, do we like that it's too big? Are we doing this on purpose? Is it being too big fun? I definitely think that it's leaning a little bit too modern, like in a way that I probably wouldn't have chosen, but I also just kind of like that it's plants on the ceiling, so I'm kind of tempted just to let it be. I'm also putting a video game console because I feel like plant sims enjoy video games. I'm thinking she gets a bathtub instead of a shower because I'm imagining her being able to like soak in the bathtub to water herself. She actually doesn't even need a toilet, but I will still put one because you might have guests over. And again, she won't be a plant sim forever, so we'll still have one of those. The sink is good because you can get cups of water out of the sink, and that can also help you with your plant simness. Oh my god, the Secret Sanctuary stuff from Bella's kit is perfect for this. I kind of love the bathroom. It's so cute. Okay, in this bedroom, it's kind of ridiculous right now with the leafy wallpaper and the leafy curtains, but we're gonna full send. This is why we're here. Plant sims do unfortunately still have to sleep, so she does need a bedroom. I don't know where to put this. I'm trying so hard. It doesn't fit in like any of the corners. I guess it could go back here. I just don't know. This thing is massive. How are you even supposed to use that? I guess it can be fine like this. I wanted to give her a desk, but maybe we do a bigger one anyway. If I put this desk, do you think I can put plants on top of it? The answer is yes, you can. It doesn't really look like much, but if we put something tall, most of them don't even want to slot up there. This is so rude. This one will work. You can't even see it up against the plant wallpaper. Yikes. I don't like this rug. Maybe the green rug from my kit could be nice. It might be leaning a little bit too modern for this space, but we can just do it anyway. I don't think I can do it. I'm really trying. I don't know how to do this unless we just let this be like a prime focal point of the build and there's not much else next to it. I really don't know what to put next to that. I really just don't know how to fit this anywhere. It's so big. If you have any ideas of ways to use this or like places to put it, I know I could size it down, but do you see how it has like a weird shadow glitch? It's kind of bothering me, so I don't want to size it down. Oh, I guess it still has it when it's not sized down. Oh, okay, well, even sized down, I feel like it's just a little bit big. It's hard to fit anywhere. You know what's kind of funny is this giant plant house, and we barely have any floor plants. Most of them are on tables or on the wall because there's not a lot of floor space in there. I think that's the whole interior done. I just want to do this last bit. Okay, so in this greenhouse part, I think I want to get a couple of these on the wall again. Make sure we have this over here. Oh, maybe swap it out actually. Put this like in line with the trellis. We can have a plant on the wall on this side. I want to have a handful of places to put crops inside of the greenhouse, but maybe not a ton of places to put crops inside. I guess I don't really know what's best. I'm just thinking that like, I kind of want this to be a fake living room in a way. Maybe we get like a funky chair and we fill it with so many decorative plants. Not even necessarily the real ones, but like so many things like this, you know, trees, flowers, that sort of thing. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. This is not very promising. It's like space for 3 plants inside. That's okay though. You could put your 3 best ones inside and the rest can be outside. It looks good, so I don't want to change it. Honestly, I like don't even really care about the inside. All I care about is the exterior because that's the fun part of this house. And I think the exterior turned out really well. So here's kind of like a brief overview of the back again, just so you can see it, kind of show you around the corners. And then here's like a top-down view of the lot. It's only 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. It's not very big, but it's probably very expensive. Yeah, it's like 43,000. That's not that bad. I'm gonna call it Plant Sim House on the gallery. Well, this'll probably be the last time I think about Plant Sims for like the next 2-3 years. I made 2 videos about them and now they can just go back and be put away in their little box. And we'll probably just repeat this process in the future when something else reminds me of them again. I'm kind of curious to hear what your thoughts are on Plant Sims. Now, maybe having seen these 2 videos, did you play with them at all? Do you care to play with them at all? Do you think the game should update them at all? I would like to see them improve on Plant Sims, but it's also not like a high priority update to me. If they're gonna do a big gameplay update to the base game, I would rather it be like a million other things first before Plant Sims. Give me a new career, fix the gardening skill again, you know, that type of thing first before you fix Plant Sims. But I don't know, maybe you all in the comments disagree. But I think on that note, I'm gonna wrap this video up right here. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow, okay? Bye, everybody. Hopefully you like the shape of the house. I know it's kind of weird. I liked that it was weird. It was kind of weird on purpose, but now I'm like second guessing myself a little bit and it's too late. So hopefully it's okay.